back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's currently 5:10 p.m. Eastern time. The price of Bitcoin is at $109,625. And let's start off here with the monthly. We have about 6 days before this closes, but I just wanted to show you guys the Stochastics RSI look like they want to roll over. The RSI is toppy, pointing down. The 21 moving average at the moment is at 78,861. When this closes, it should go up a little higher, but this is very concerning. These are tweezer tops, and usually when you have tweezer tops, you go down. Check this out here: tweezer tops down, tweezer tops down. So it looks like we might be heading down, especially if this stochastic RSI rolls over here. In the 2-week chart, this also closes in about 6 days and 3 hours. Stochastics are toppy, so it looks like we're going to roll over as well. RSI is rolling over. 21 moving average is at 100,635. Big red candle. It looks like that's where we're going. Now on the weekly chart, we closed yesterday a red candle. We're coming off of a topping tail. The last time we had a topping tail, we went sideways and down, and now we just went all the way down here. The 21 moving average went up a little bit, is at 106,757. We're right there. The stochastics are still on the way down. This is probably still going to take a week or two before we could fully reset on this, and we're pretty much, fighting to stay above the 21 moving average. We're pretty close. Best case scenario would be that we touch this 21 moving average, and then from there we go up. Let me check out this other pattern here. The pattern that I had, kind of like a falling wedge. We're still in it, but we're kind of breaking below it. So let's see what ends up happening. Maybe this pattern could save us, but it's looking pretty bad. It looks like we're going to at least touch the 21 moving average, if not possibly go lower. Now let's take a look at all the time frames here. Look at the 6-day chart. Stochastic still on the way down, RSI on the way down. We're barely above the 21 moving average here. Looks like we're going to lose it. There's so much room left to continue going down that I don't see how we don't lose this 21 moving average. On the 5-day chart, we already lost it. We do have 3 days before this closes. Of course, we could pop up at any moment, but right now it looks like we're headed towards the 50 moving average at 100,774. Stochastic RSI still has room to come down here. On the 4-day chart, stochastic still are not fully reset. It's still pointing down. We still got a curve, lost the 21 moving average there as well. 3-day chart, we were on the way up, we rolled over. Now we're starting to get a little curve here. Big red engulfing candle. This closes today in 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I don't know if we're going to get a reversal on this and get back up on the 21 moving average, but it looks like we're headed towards the 50 moving average here, 104,877. I've been telling you guys, it kind of looks like we wanted to go to 104, 105,000. On the 2-day chart, stochastics are low, but we still would probably stay here a little bit before we round up. We lost the 50 on this. This is not good. Looks like we're headed for the 80 moving average. That's at 103,743. Now on the daily chart, this is really bad. Yesterday I told you guys, remember last time we touched the 100 moving average, which was all the way over here. This is before we went down to 74K. We had like a nice wick up. We ended up going sideways, and then we went below the 100 moving average. And this is pretty similar over here again. We're losing the 100 moving average. I had a feeling we were going to eat up that wick from the day before, and now this is what's next, is the 200 moving average at 100,844. The stochastics, as you can see, if we zoom in, they're low, but they're rolling over, so we might have to double bottom here. By the time this double bottoms and goes up, and that's if it goes up, look at over here how we rolled over, came up, and we rolled over again. That could also happen, so we could still stay here dragging for a while. Unless that happens, we might be hitting $100,000 soon. Let's see the 22-hour chart. We lost the 200 moving average here. We would have to get it back above 111,000, so everything's very bearish at the moment. 12-hour chart, same thing. 10-hour chart, stochastic still, everything, all the stochastics are still high. We still don't have a reset in any of these time frames yet. Look at the 8-hour chart. We still have a lot more room to continue going down. 6-hour chart, same thing. We still haven't fully reset. We're below all the averages. Now on the 4-hour chart, this is the only one that's low, but we could also roll over here again. Ever since we tried to touch this 200 moving average and we were not able to get above it, we got rejected. Just more downside. Now what's concerning here is, you guys know I have this overall in a flag that would break us up to like 128K. We were following it good. We got this crazy double bottom move. We were not able to maintain ourselves inside of the flag. We fell below. And I was saying we can't can't really go below this double bottom because this was a very big move. If we go below this, it looks like we're going to go lower, and it looked like we were forming a double bottom here. We got rejected from the 200, and look, we went lower, and we actually entered this old flag that we already previously had broken out from, as we can see here. So now that we're inside that flag, unless we could get back out, it's just going to be harder. Now the top of this flag, which is like 111,381, is going to be resistance. We would have to get above that and create support on that. So it's actually looking pretty bad here, guys. If we head over to the 3-hour chart, let's see the stochastics. You see they were on the way up, but we're rolling over as well. Another red candle. The 2-hour chart on the way up, but we rolled over. There is absolutely no strength at the moment. The bulls have no strength. 1 hour rolled over. Check out the 15-minute. The 15-minute, we're dragging, but we're still kind of like rolling over. This is probably the only one that's gonna help us get back up, but I don't really see any good patterns here at the moment. It just looks like more downside. The fact that we lost the 100 moving average here on the daily, if this closes like this, you know, we could also always get another candle up, but unless we could get back above the 21 moving average, which is right now at 116,325, I just don't see how we don't get more downside. My range was from 110 to 120, and we finally broke that 110 range. Let's see today how we close. Maybe we make it back up the 100 moving average, and maybe, you know, it's a close call. But look, the Adam and Eve double top measure and move is this moving average. Like, I'll be surprised if we don't go there. I'm hoping we don't, and I'm hoping we get back above this 100 moving average. But for right now, if we close this candle like this, now the next range is going to be between, I would have to say, 100k to 110k. You know, we're losing levels at the moment. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.